click there's a go live.
Go live?
Yeah, yeah, this is something new. It's a scheduled broadcast. I have to click go live to start. I don't know what's usually I use a different interface. So this is the first time I use. Thank you for monitoring that. So I'm going to send you, and that link should work now.
Yes.
I just go. Yeah.
It's working. It's working now.
Okay, great.
It is.
Hopefully. Okay. Anyway, next time there shouldn't be any problem. I just didn't know I have to click go not live because it's a scheduled event. We won't start automatically. I'm sorry for those who are watching on YouTube. We just talked about the composition from the handout. So I start to sketching, try to avoid the center. So if you make any mistake, you can dust it off and do it again until you are satisfied with your layout. So you could just leave a little trace because you try to imagine the finished painting when you do your initial sketch in your mind until you see something happening on the paper, as if you can see it, and then you can start working. So I would do the first wash with some light colors, very light. By light color, I mean two things. One is very thin, and also we just do the highlight part. Even those white you see here should have a little bit color, right? So we use a little bit lemon, yellow, maybe to start with, and you can spray a little bit just to moisture a little bit, not wet it, just a little bit. Okay, it will help to soft the edges, and you can splatter if you want, or if you want to pour, you can pour. But I just like to paint. So this area is a little bit sunny, so I put a little yellow there. Can you see?
Sorry to interrupt again. On the upper right-hand screen, could you remove that of the brushes and there's an extra screen on the upper right?
Oh, yeah, that's supposedly to show my palette. Let me just concentrate so I can show my palette there.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, this is the setup, so you can see my palette. Okay, this way. Okay.
Thank you. And you are using mulberry paper, correct?
Yeah, I'm using the mulberry paper. Let me just clean up a little, because I usually don't have to clean because everything's supposed to be a little gray, not pure, right? So a little bit gray, it's okay. Then you can see.
Mulberry paper is not semi-size.
It's not like a shrine paper so smeary. So I wet it to make it smear a little softer. Even with the shrine paper, you can spray a little water to dampen, a little bit to make it softer. So at this point, we don't want to show any strokes. So I just see the charcoal may bring some dark, but that's okay. So I just blended the color on the paper with two primers, the cool yellow to start with, and you can see there's a lawn or some kind of ground, the grass, something. But you can just use yellow to start with, and then we will add blue to make it green. Okay, so. And it could be a little bit warmer here. Maybe some falling petals or whatever. And some warmer yellow here. So very light. It's like 2%, maybe 1% pigment, 90% water. Just and then a little bit cool pink. I think we could have some more. So let me just add a little yellow here still, and then you can blend it on the brush also, but not on the palette. So my brush is the reason I use this kind of brush is you can load one side with yellow, one side with pink, and you get double load like that. You know, so it's not you can change, you can wash like instead of using the side, you can just use the flat tip. So this is for the background part. And I in my mind, I think this is the horizon, and this is a little sky there, I think. So it's a sky hole there. Maybe should be a little higher. Could be a little higher. Yeah. So very light. Just you know, you can leave some white, but I'm going to use white pigment. I mean gouache. Yeah. So that's what I'm planning to do. And I got some cerulean, I think, a cobalt. This is cobalt. Doesn't matter. Cobalt is a little bit more opaque. Or cerulean. Cerulean is opaque, right? Cobalt is a little. I think cobalt or cerulean interchangeable. If you just use one, it will be fine. And so some more trees on the top in pink, I think. I try not to paint the sky because you might kind of immersed in the sea of in the ocean of the plum. So let's just do a lot of pink here, and I try to save some white. Maybe if we have like a highlight, it should be here, where it, you know, like direct sun hit here. And if we use white, we need to have a pink background or purple, some purplish background to start to prepare that. So and some dark near the base of the tree, like a shadow. That's good. Okay, so here, when I add one color, I will consider the color in the whole composition. So we got the purple here, and then I disperse a little bit here, maybe here a little bit, and then we change another color to like. Okay, very important to keep the dark only in the foreground, right? So this is the foreground. This is the foreground. You can. I'm not painting the flowers yet. I just have fun with color right now. And there's kind of branch going that way, and then goes. Oops, that's dark. Okay, let's change the balance. Okay, I have to change this part. So I will use pure color later. Maybe this is just for the light part. I'll make this part darker than this one for sure. And this is the middle ground, and we want to make it a little darker. But don't make it too much, too complete, too mixed. So just leave some unpainted part, or it's okay to. I got more sky here. We can make it purple. I don't want too much. So in a painting, you have to pick a dominance element. You have a ground, you have trees, and you have sky, right? 4 elements. Usually, ground or sea is one. The or the land, and then the tree is a vertical. Mountain, we don't have mountain in this composition, and you cannot paint all 4 of them or 5 of them. You have to pick one, because in this case we do the trees and blossoms, right? Okay, all good. So I'm going to mount it, and then we will do the trunk and then all the flowers, whatever. Okay, so this is the you can dry it. You can dry it with a hair dryer, or you can just wait it to dry, and it's still kind of blending and merging. It's still working and so on, but we don't have time, so I will just take a short cut. So I'm going to mount it. Okay, I peel off this silicone release paper, leaving the silicone film on the backing paper. This is a mixed media paper I used. You can use any heavy paper. We also have a backing paper. It has teeth on one side and smooth on the other side. Okay, we'll just at this point, actually, it's just a piece of fabric. Like, you can still change size, if you want, but you can flip it if you want. Let me see. If you flip it, let's see. It'll be interesting. You will see more texture. Sometimes I wash the back side if you want to keep the veins, the fiber of the paper to show those white branches. It's kind of nice. Let me just keep it this way, so I don't have to worry about the composition. There was actually there's no composition. Not much. Just that I separated the sky from the earth. Right. It's kind of hard to move. I try to match the silicone area. I wish it's a little bit drier, so I can do this easier. Right. It's like a tie-dye. Okay. Then I put this piece back to protect it, and then I dry it. You can dry with the hair dryer first if you want to. I should have some felt underneath it, but I think I may get away without that. This is it's going to be flat, I hope. And you can see some bubbles because the moisture make this piece. Also, you can see dirt, and it's from the iron, and that's why you need to put protecting sheets like this on. And this is the back underneath it, so you won't make this dust on the painting. Okay, before I continue, I think we may if you don't iron completely, it may not stick on the silicone firmly, but it's probably okay. You can do something and then continue to finish it. I'm thinking to do some splatter to make a little softer splatters, maybe. Here, I got the gouache, and we'll use a special brush. You can use any brush actually, but it's better to use a hug brush. Let me see if I can get it here. Yeah, this hug bristle brush works the best because it's like barbecue brush. They don't take too much paints, so I just soak it in water and then get a little bit. Let's see, it's dried. Let me get some out here. Oops, that's too much. Alright, let me dilute it with it. You can add a little color, any color, blue or yellow or pink, whatever. Just get here. And you need some water, like a milk consistency, I think. So you can, okay, you can test on a different piece of paper. Just see if the size of the dots are what you needed for also the consistency, if it's thinner or thicker. And for this area, maybe I just use the thinner. It actually lock on the top like this. Yeah. Okay. I think it's too thin. Look. Okay. Okay, we can add more. So this is for the background, kind of blend in to the color better. So that's why I do it when it's still damp a little bit. Just knock on the metal part like this, and you can hold the brush loosely, or it depends. You can adjust the arm to get different result. Anyway, that's just the first part, and you can let it dry. You don't have to iron or blow it with a hair dry. If you want, if you see something you really like, you can set it with heat. Okay, so I will just continue to draw with a stiff brush. Like this is called the mustard brush. Right? You can use a calligraphy brush. It's even better. Okay, this is the Victoria's favorite calligraphy brush called this General Wang Xizhi, named after Wang Xizhi, a 4th century sage calligrapher. He reportedly invented the stiff brush with sharp tip. Okay, with what we call the 鼠须, the mouse whisker brush, kind of, but it's not really made of that. Okay, I'll use some brown to start with. You can mix later with I use burnt sienna, maybe a little bit burnt amber, whatever. Okay, so I'll draw this branches, and remember the branches are hidden, some hidden behind the flowers, right? So and I concentrate on the negative shape. I try to create. So I imagine there's a trunk outside. Let me just zoom out a little bit. You can see. Yeah, my trunk is outside the frame. Okay, so let's draw this branch in the front, maybe, of the trunk first with a sienna, burnt sienna. So you can actually draw it like that. And then if there's some light, there's some flower in the front, right? So and it goes behind. Okay, then continue. The cross is like cross the river branch. Don't have to be perfect straight. Look at the branches behind my in my background. Okay, get some inspiration there. So vary the length of each section and the angle of arch or arc, right? Okay, and then let's add a little bit blue to do the main trunk. Okay, I'm approaching this golden spot, so I want to create a nice shape with the knee crossing. Okay, dry brush a little bit, calligraphy. Okay, and then a little area. It looks like a number 8, right? So you don't have to do the number 8. Just do this part, maybe. Okay. And make it a crossing in the front, and I decided to do this behind this little one. So some branches in the front is like that. You can add some when you adjust, at each addition you should vary also the value or the hue or just don't repeat with the same color, so it will be more interesting. Okay, and then let me vary the angle of this a little bit, so it goes in and out, and then in again, something like that. And I try to make a new small. You can make a split first, and then a crossing branch to break that, to create a triangular shape. Okay. I added a little purple, and I'll do another trunk here. Let's make a little cooler. Okay, you want to make some areas really dark to contrast to the flowers, and yeah, that's very important in the foreground. Only the dark, only in the foreground. Okay. And this we need to make sure which is in the front, which is in the back. maybe not. Just let it kind of hide behind some flowers. So soft crossing here, without hard crossing lines, would be good. And you can make some branches underneath the flowers to support that, and you can make some distant, younger blossom. I mean, branches behind. Make this area concentrated. Vary the distance between each turn. Okay, and a lot of lost and found here, but the qi should connection should continue, so it don't lose the structures. It's not just a bunch of cut branches, you know, or the so try to give a hint, but not without define everything, without completion. And you can have just some kind of characters, like writing some characters, but don't overdo it. Just as soon as you have suggested the structure, stop there. So this is the main, actually the hidden focus, with the tiger climbing on the tree, and I need to make it thick enough to sustain that. Okay, there's a root or something, a shadow. Like that. We don't do the shadow actually, but it's okay to borrow some idea from the West. There's some kind of bush, whatever, and on the ground. So I'm going to finish this tree. I'm going to make the tree a little bluer, and the tiger is brown, so it will be a little bit. I try to make some branches for the tiger to step on. So there's one branch somewhere here, and then the arm, the paw, the upper part is hidden there, and stretched kind of. So it goes like hidden, yeah. I got too much ink. I mean, too much black. It's a neutral tint, right? The gray, dark gray. And you can suggest some distant trees, very thin branches, maybe lighter too. Okay. I'm tempted to do more branches than what's needed. Maybe less is more. Try not to overdo it. So this two branches kind of meet in the middle somewhere, in the clouds. Yeah. So it should be more branches looking at the moon. Okay, crossing the river, passing the clouds. 3 variations of a plum blossom. I'll take a short break and while showing you the song maybe I played last week. Let me see if I can find that here. Oh, here I saw it already. Okay. Let me start before. Stop. Okay. Where? Okay, I'm going to show you this.
Henry, okay. For some reason, I have a blank screen, and now I have your YouTube screen. Okay. I see one screen, Henry. I only see one. Hi. Good. Henry, we're not hearing. At least I'm not hearing the sound. Oh, now yes.
All right. How do you like that? It just show you the mood of the plum blossom. Okay. Here we have the branches and the initial color. I'm going to do the middle tone, middle value colors, and also the darks. Okay. So, but obviously that part is too dark right now, and we need to make this part, the front, a little bit more. So I will use. I have some leftover gouache, I just use that to blend with a little bit pink, make a light color here. Okay, light. Okay, and then we just do a little bit. Let's do this. I use some traditional way to do that. So we just kind of outline a little bit, but don't complete. Just draw 5 petals, but suggestively to define this white a little bit, so they become flowers. I hope. Can you see that? Yeah, I just define. I just use the light pink to draw some petals. So identify the flower. And a lot of buds, right? Buds, yeah. Just a few blooming. Don't concentrate on one flower, but instead look at the whole picture. Try to paint the feeling of the squint, your eye, and then try to see the whole picture. Okay, so this branch in the front is like a close-up view of flowers only. That's the only branch has 5 petals, and then the rest is just distant, in the distant. Some kind of circle, some happening of in here, so that identify that. And you can bring a soften edge. Just use some hard edge. Take advantage of that a little bit. Okay, then if you see some hint of flowers, you just confirm a little bit, and so people. Actually, I didn't plan this, but it looks like a petal, so I just make it into a flower. Then you can squeeze. You can negative paint a little bit with the pink to define that, and some flowers on top there. Use paperweight. We don't stretch the paper, we use paperweight. And you can see I haven't, because it was damp, so it's not sealed yet. I can eye more to set it. Oh, here we don't need to do any petals. It's only on this branch. That's L-shaped branch here in the. And this maybe we just. You can paint the whole cluster or something. Just create an illusion of a middle ground. It's less detail, and no detail at all. So this is the middle part, and keep it light. Yeah, I think it's very light to mix all the 3 distance we talked about, near the foreground, the middle ground, and the far or distant. Just imagine you have 3 screens, transparent screens, and you see through them. So the first is only the most closest. Then you get lighter and lighter when you get to the distant. Okay, so I just use a dry brush but not too dry. So you want to create a lot of split brush to be precise. Okay, to organize the shapes a little bit. and you can add some dark behind the light we just did. Okay, and you can use alizarin crimson. I mixed them. They look like I mixed a little bit. I don't know exactly the name of this. Could be alizarin crimson. I think that's what I hope. Yeah, you can add a little purple to make it like a rouge in Chinese painting colors. That's for the calyx, and you can use a smaller brush actually to do the stamen with this color, with purple. So the red actually in the close-up view are the stamens. But on my painting for the La Canada, I used kind of a brown orange color, and then I dot it with white for the pollens. But in real life picture, I see like the background I used. Maybe I can change one to show you. The flowers I try to show. Let me see if I can do that. I think it's not very difficult to change. Okay, here we go. You should see that, right? Can you see the close-up view of some flowers? Oops. 3, 2. Okay, can you see the flowers in close-up? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Your background.
Yeah, you can see some dark, some light contrast there, right? Just to make some flowers, and then also the center actually is kind of yellow, but with apricot, I think they have like dark stamens. We can borrow some plum blossom is a hybrid of the ume kind of. I don't know how to. It's not the purple fruit. It's the green one. The ume, they make wine in Japan. The Japanese, we have this country, the red. They just passed blooming. It was blooming during the New Year actually.
Henry, would you be able to email the background image so that I could share with the class?
After the class or now?
Yes, after the class.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Thank you.
Sure. Okay, I'm going to. Do you want a close-up view so I can show? Okay, I can show you the part I'm working on here. So you can make some kind of. I think we will do the dark later. Maybe we just do. Let me get some vibrant red there. It's pretty warm here. Near the sun, in the sunshine, it could be warmer. So I just paint an illusion. I don't need to enlarge the painting to see all the details. I just paint the impression of that photo behind me. Okay, just a cluster of flowers, and some dark, some. Now I'm using quite hot because this area is probably sunny. And this part may be more shady, so I add a little purple to add some darks here, and just play alternatively the dark and against light. The game of Western painting is color, light. And concentrate on the cluster, the shape of the flower more than the individual flowers, and it's Yeah. So I try to make this area darker than the foreground, the background. This is the foreground. Yeah. And we can make block. Yeah, we can block this area with that, and then we can add a little detail, but not too much. Just a few to identify the flower details on the inside the flower with little stamen, and I may use yellow white to dot the pollens as we do with the flower and the birds painting. So this painting actually combines the two field. Flower and the birds painting is different than landscape. Usually you cannot do both on the same page but in Western painting we have this perspective, so you can have the branch right in front of you, like this. Okay, and depends on time. I can go very quickly, or we have 1 hour at least, right? Okay, we can do slower. And so this area should be voids. So I try not to break all this. To make this clear, I want to darken this part. So now I use a little blue gray to add to the brown to create this, to make this shape, this area to stand out. But don't complete it with one color. Sometimes I go back to light, because this is in the sunny part, maybe somehow to create some illusion of a direct sunshine. If it's already cool, I add some warm to that. This also works. Okay, and just vary the colors a little bit according to the color theory, if you know that will help. Okay, now I try to.
Anyway, I'm sorry. Could you move the picture a little bit so you can see the whole entire face?
Okay. Better? Yeah,
yes, this is better. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Okay. Now let's take a look. I think this area is okay to have yellow, because it could be no grass in this time. It could be snow on the ground, right? I like it actually. It's better than green, but a hint of green may help. In Southern California, we hit 82 today. It's going to. I see a lot of sprouts, flowering, and coming. Yeah. So we can make a little bit green. Oops, that's too yellow. I just add a little cobalt to the yellow I got. Just a touch of that. Okay. And all the way to the. Okay. And here, maybe a little bit bluer. To echo the sky a little bit, we need some blue in the bottom. Let me see. I kind of like the white. I'll leave it for now. You can splatter a little bit, just to add a little hint of blue here. And definitely some shady part here could be a little bluer. Concentrate, disperse, and you can put some green in the branch as well. Just okay. Disperse a little bit. Okay, and that kind of risk you have to take to get the flying white. This is the speed. It's not the dry brush, but the speed you use the brush that create the dry brush stroke. Flying white. It's like flying means like you imagine you rent the airplane on the driveway. It take off. That's kind of flying white in action. People may misunderstand. These are dry brush strokes. Actually, my brush is always wet. Okay. And try to overlap a little bit. I mean, to create some depths behind the tree that hints the road gets back to the ground, going back to the something turns up there. Okay, maybe I should put a little more pink to reduce this area. Just make it purple. I don't want too much blue in this area. And you can add a little bit flowers to block it. Oh, I accidentally used this color. It got Hongmei or plum. Oh, actually, this one is the plum pink in the Sumi color blocks. Very handy. So when I draw this, maybe I just, I paint the dark, but also shape the negative. So I suggest the white flowers here. So always thinking yin and yang. Contrast or coexist, help each other to create the shape. Okay, and you can also use white to bring back the white if you missed any, if you want. Okay, and here we need to have a little bit darker. Try to put some flowers in the middle ground so that it feels more dense. Oh, where's the tiger? We try to hide. Concentration, disperse. Okay. And I'm looking at this area's concentration. I try to disperse it to balance that, so it's not look. See, this is this large, small, medium groups, and you can also use dots to add a little accent accenting colors. Just like here we have dark and the light flowers, here we have light and the dark dots. And in the distance, there's not many happening, just a hue of the pink would do. But keep it light so you can always add more. It takes many layers to get the richness. Don't try to complete in one shot. Okay, I have to do the tiger to. Let me enlarge it. There's not much. They want to hide it, so it's not supposed to show. You can imagine it's like a cat, tiger cat, climbing on the tree. I was thinking to put a mother tiger underneath it, like in the same posture as we did in the snowy Siberian tiger image. You can also do that, maybe. But they only let me do one tiger on one month, so we don't have. We don't want to repeat the same posture again. So just the one tiger here. Oops, I think the first one maybe too exposed, but it's clear. You can use this as a reference. Try to hide the middle part, just to show the 4 feet. Okay, you understand? And the ear, just omit more the body part. That's what I was trying to do. Let me use some orange color. I think we just outline it with a gray. So orange mix a little bit with blue to get a gray, purplish gray. Some yellow, whatever, just dirty color should be fine. Some cobalt maybe. Neutral tint is already gray, so you can use that. The mix of 3 primaries. I'm going to draw this little ear first. Just the top of the tiger, I think. And then the 3 dash and just like the one, the symbolic pattern, because everybody knows that. And then I will draw this in this posture. I think the final posture, I stretch the body, the arm all the way to there. I like it this way. I just draw it here, I think. I just draw this here. Just a little paw, and maybe another one upper a little bit, maybe all the way here. Not sure. How can I do that? I will use orange color to see. And you don't have to draw all 4. Maybe it's I see. There's something here. You don't have to really make everything clear. So we just let me make another branch to step on there. Let me just make a well, that's too much, I think. Not good. just use color. It's just lost and found game. So just a little bit orange there. I did this arm. Okay. Alternate the left and the right a little bit. That's probably just a little hint there. Or maybe a little higher is better. Don't fuss too much with that. The more you try to work, the worse you will get. It's really less is more. It's true. Just the orange color a little bit here and there, you know. Okay, let's see. Either stripe. Okay, make it the branches maybe a little bit brown. Not brown because we don't want to be confused. Maybe a little darker. It must be a big tree, so just make the whole trunk like that. Okay, and you can paint a little more root. I'm just improvising. Okay. Nobody have done this kind of thing before. There's no reference to follow. You have to be imaginative. So imagine a landscape is really fun, right? So you can do anything using your life experience always. Like you know, I've seen the flowers. I can imagine how big this tree is. If I don't see the really old trees, I cannot imagine the tiger could step on it. No eye, no eye, no face show. So that's the rule. Okay. If I want to hide more, I just use white. You know, just recover a little bit. Use a little pink to color the white. Okay. Okay, let's see if we got enough flowers in the front. That's important. The 5 petals could be defined a little more. Disperse on top. Okay. So in the clouds, that's where this area is. In the clouds, looking at the moon. clean the brush. That's it, I think. Yeah, a little bit more details on the flowers, maybe, so you can add a little bit, and we'll dot the yellow-white pollens as well. Just a hint of some happening here and there to suggest this is in the front. I don't want too much detail there, just to hide that. Some petals falling on the ground may help to harmonize everything, and you can have a little hint of the warmth in this area too. Just a very little bit to harmonize. Have a concentration. You want to disperse a little bit. That's it. Okay, let's see. I'm going to iron further to heat set it. Just so heat that. Okay, here we need to. Don't be afraid to go outside the frame a little bit, so you break that, because I don't have extra margin here. I need to work all the way to the frame. If you use a watercolor tape, you can use tape to get a clean cut. Otherwise, you have to work all the way to the edge. Like here, I got. Let me show you the complete painting again in the handout. So this was a computer mock. This is the finished painting, and okay, here we go. I can think I got a little cooler here. Let me warm it up a little bit, maybe. Okay, just use a little bit. Orange, I'm not sure. I think we can use some gouache to make it lighter. That's all I need, I think. And mix with the yellow.
Can you show a close up of the tiger and the tree?
Okay. Which part do you want to? I'm working on.
And the tree, the tiger.
The tiger. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I bring back some yellow dots there, but yellow mixed with a little bit actually yellow white. Okay, here and there. So try to make some middle ground flowers, like a cluster of flowers, not individual 5-petal ones. You can have some red also, just to to vary a little bit. Okay, now I dot the pollen with this color too, just yellow, white, and you can put a little dots, just like I do with a flower and birds painting, but don't have to be precise. It's just some abstract elements, you know, some detail, some happening in the foreground, so give you the illusion, give the viewer something to look at, to reward. If they look at it very close up, they will see this. But in the distant view, it's just blending, you know, with oops. You can just do this. Oops. I'll just add a little light, highlight, you know, just some atmosphere, just like fireworks for me. Okay. So create some kind of festivity. Oops, it's just if you dot it, it will take it forever. So just splatter like that. So red, blue, and then yellow, basically. Yeah, you can lighter some parts if you want. Some splatter has a direction. It's good. It's like dancing branches, like Jackson Pollock painting. You can use all this abstract expressionism if you want. Okay, you want to see the tiger? Is that enough to? Okay, if you want, you can paint the paw a little bit whiter. Just I think, you know, it was the procedure is like this. I show them the picture like this, and then if they wanted to hide the tiger, I'll add more flowers. If you wanted to show something, I add back. So I end up with gouache, and then if gouache is not enough, I would use acrylic, yeah. So any water media would do. Just this is what I call fusion. I use different media to work, and the yellow dots actually could be another flower. We call it winter sweet. So this is winter sweet, maybe. So we can make a little yellower. That also echo the orange color with the tiger a little bit here. So that disperse a little bit the yellow. So we can put a little yellow dots in the painting. One of the design I made for the bank is the red envelope. I will show you in the next event how I did that. It's a winter sweet with the cartoon, a cute image of a cup, a tiger cup. So it was yellow blossom, not the red. This is also seasonal. Winter sweet is it's good. Yeah. All right. Any questions and comments? I'll give some time for critique if you really want. Okay, let me fix this one and sign first. Oh, actually, it's not a good idea to iron when the dots is still wet. So I'm going to dry it with not hair dryer. This little drying gun, you know, you can get for $12 on Amazon. What is the brand? Any brand should do. Just called the Craft dryer or something. Not sure. It's pretty quiet, so I don't have to turn off the mic, I guess. Okay, let me think. Maybe add a little...
Henry, there is a question.
Uh-huh.
The person wants to know why you mounted the picture before it got finished.
Oh, I want to see the color better, and also when I use thick pens, it's better to mount it so you don't have to worry about especially when you wet mount it, you can avoid smearing. If it's already mounted on a board on a heavy support, you don't have to mount it in the future. So there's no worry like smearing, or you can see true color. I think that's very important. If you look at the painting on rice paper without mounting, this color looks very pale, and you will keep working, and it's too dark. It will be too dark, way too dark. That's why I see most of the painting you have done are too dark. I see only a few students, for example, my old student Cassie Faber, she did a very good on the value, very light. The watercolor prefer to be fresh and light watercolor. Okay, different from oil. But I also have some kind of like a impasto, or the build-up, thick build-up borrowed from oil or gouache or acrylic. So that, but basically I want to keep it the flow, the water, the fresh look. That's the fusion kind of thing. So if I keep working on the wet, it will be too soft. Right? I want some hard, so it should be dry. I just did accomplish two things: to dry mount, to mount it, also to dry it. So, to save time, basically. Yeah, you don't have to mount it if you're experienced with your color value. You know how dark, how light it will be after mounting. You don't have to mount it to see. Yeah, even after mounting, when it's wet, it's one color, and after it dries, it's lighter, right? Dry. But with gouache, it dries darker sometimes. So be careful.
Henry, thank you. So the next question is, would you dry mount paper first before painting?
It doesn't make sense. Yeah, you can do that. Many artists, I think, I got this question often. They don't like to paint on the thin paper. They want to work on something hard. And you can do that. You can mount the rice paper on canvas, or on rice paper. Mount rice paper on regular watercolor paper too, and then just paint. And I have seen some kind of collage, and where you mount the watercolor paper partially on so you don't cover the whole thing. So some parts, like you can have like stripes of watercolor paper mounted, and leave the multimedia paper or the watercolor paper exposed, and then you paint in the same stroke. You'll have two. Imagine this is how I would do it. Imagine if I mount the paper with the stripes of watercolor on regular watercolor paper with stripes of thin, very thin, different paper, oriental paper or rice paper, different. And then you paint this tiger, you'll get this effect. This is done digitally, but you can do that. Also, you can paint the tiger with watercolor regularly, and then you put strips of rice paper on it, and then it will show through like this. Actually, it's like onion skin, yeah. And you can still paint on it to make it darker. Some part you can cover this whole, and then you can re-enhance this part and make it. Or you don't want to cut it. This is paper cut effect. This is masking in Photoshop. But we can do something in the class if you want to experiment. This is different than the painting I've done in the handout. That was done with masking fluid. The white was masking fluid. I spread masking fluid and I did a wet into wet wash, and then I lift the I did all the branches also, I think, and then I lift the masking without adding any color. You can also do a very light wash and then mask it, so the mask area is still has a little color to begin with. That's or you can mask it multiple times. There are many ways with masking fluid. I think. Okay. So good question. You can mount your rice paper and then paint all from the scratch on that. I like the softness of rice paper to do the wash. So it could give me the texture like a tie-dye, that fabric feel. You won't get on hard surface. I'm just used to the softness, the texture of the touch of the fabric-like paper. I think watercolor is very friendly with rice paper. That's why I try to introduce this into the world of watercolor.
So thank you, Henry. We have 15 more minutes.
Okay.
I have 2 more questions from the audience.
Okay.
One is that which paper of the marble paper, number 1 or number 2B that you're using?
Number 2B is on the supplies list on the registration page with link.
Okay, thank you.
This
and
is the
then
thing.
Last week you used a glassy gouache.
Glassy.
I don't remember you did it. What's that brown?
Yeah, this is a matte. This is matte. We ran out of this, but we have a different brand with this matte. The glassy one is the Holbein.
Holbein, the Japanese.
Yeah, this. This is the black. Sorry, I have the same brand, but okay. Forgive me. This is the same brand, but this is black. This is just black, but it's the same. It's called Acrylia gouache. That should be white. Yeah. So the Holbein Acrylia, right? Can you see that brand? This is the brand I use. This is for the black, but you can get the white. I don't have it in hand right now. Another thing is to use transparent white. For example, if you want to block the second layer, or you can do this first. On unsized paper works best. This is like a water resist. We call it transparent white. It's the same like milk or other water resist, alum and gelatin. I don't know what exactly in this, but it works the same. Like it's the best actually. It will create a white resist. You don't have to remove it. But you do it before applying color. that's another thing. Transparent white. So there are many things. You can use household material like milk to begin with if you want on rice paper. Yeah. So you need to wait it dry. Milk cannot be iron or heat because it will turn brown. Okay. I showed.
Also,
yeah. Okay.
We have about 15 minutes
Okay.
left. Do you
Yeah.
to show
Yeah.
the work, Henry, now for you to
Okay, I'll turn to. Let me see. I have a screen here. Oops.
folks who would like to share your work, remember it will be recorded for the public.
Okay, now you can
Thank you.
see yourself right there. Okay.
Yes.
You can replace some focal spotlight.
Lawrence, you have something to show, right?
Okay.
I see your hand raised.
Oh, sorry. I think I
No?
missed.
Okay.
Let me see.
So you could, people who would like to show your work could either raise your hand or just raise your work. Okay, we have
Okay, a few. Okay, let me go one by one.
Henry, I'm gonna remove your screen. Only move.
Yeah. Okay, this works best. Yeah, now I can see the whole screen. Okay, good. Okay. Let me hide the others, just the person in focus. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I like the softness of your wash, and it's on the right rice paper, mulberry number 2. I can see that. It's beautiful color, very soft. I like the dry brush, the calligraphy on the branches, and then you have lost and found the clouds in between the branches. Wonderful. I like the ground. Where's the tiger? I tried to find it.
Here.
Oh, hi there. Good. Hi. Good one. Yes, very good. I like that. Yeah, just maybe make the ear above the branch. How about that? It's like on the left, on right side, right? Oh, no, just above that Y-shaped split a little bit.
Up there.
Yeah, somehow maybe identify the ear, just like on top of the.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, on top maybe. Okay, yeah, very nice Chinese painting style. Great. Next.
Thank you.
Darcy.
Young Lee.
Okay. Let me see. How can I? Yongle, are you changing the spotlight for next person? I'm looking at.
This is Florence.
Florence, let me see. Florence, let me try to focus on you. Replace one. Okay, now I see Okay, I can do that. Very good. Yeah, I like the tree branches. Look very like a plum blossom. Very real. I like that. Okay, the blossom could be more into blocks, like color. Yeah, could have more color blocks, clouds, kind of pink clouds. Yeah, I like the tiger in the background. Very nice. Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Beautiful pink. What is this pink you got? It's a carmine.
It's quinacridone magenta.
Oh, quinacridone magenta. Maybe I'm using this too. Yeah, quinacridone. I just call Q color. Quinacridone magenta. Very nice. I like the magenta color, and you have some blue and some yellow. Beautiful tricolor theme with dominant pink colors. Very good composition. Beautiful shapes, negative shapes of a crossing there. Yeah, I think excellent work. I like the hidden tiger. Just maybe a little bit more flower in the back tree, just to bring the crown a little bit integrate. I think there's a yellow area doesn't make sense to me. Just have some more pink to combine that. Yeah, just soft. Yeah. Just to bring that together, it will work. I think. Yeah. Just close that gap. Yeah. I think. Okay. Great. Thank you.
Thank you. Shelley is next.
Okay. Wow. Very good. I like the cluster flowers in the foreground. Very good. Like the blue sky. Good contrast. And you can have some more sticking into the sky. Some branches don't stop at the blue skyline. Just have some overlapping there. Will be on top. Will be even better. Diagonally on your upper right corner, you could have a branch extend a little further. That's all I recommend. And I very nice tiger cub saying hello from the tree. Love it. I like the root you did. Very real. Very good. Yeah. Wonderful. Shirley. Okay. Next person. What's I cannot see the name, but anyway.
That's Rhonda.
Rhonda. Rhonda. I see. Okay. The trees. Okay. Yeah, the branches are good. The shape of the clusters flower look like a little bit scattered. You can maybe combine a little more shapes, and this upper and the lower part has a horizontal big gap. Try to connect them a little more, maybe on the left side more. Definitely, yeah. Just close the left, other side, yeah. This area should be a little more. Just extend the pink up. Yeah, just leave the right, just along that, or along the frame, the left frame. Okay, that would be good. And the tiger and the second tree is a little bit obscure. Maybe you need to define a little more. The ground should be kept low on the grass level, So there's a little mound or something popping up from the ground. Try to solve that. Try to lower that. It would be good if you could, or just. I think you can extend the tree maybe somehow to the green. So it looks like a mount above the ground. It's a little bit undefined. Okay, just I'm finished. I just need to bring together some big shapes, and you have good grouping, but now you need some gray areas, some blurry areas to soften the edges. Like the purple has a dark white cutting edge. That doesn't make sense. You need to soften that or define a little more somehow to make sense. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. The distance. Yeah. You don't need to have much detail in the distance. Just the front with the identifiable flowers. The distance, just the dots, will be fine.
Okay.
Thank you, Sharon.
Okay, thanks so much.
Okay, next person. This one. Laura. Okay. You haven't mounted, so it's soft. Okay, good to hold against the white background. I can see that, and I like the horizontal composition, but the front tree doesn't look too bulky. Maybe you can trim it off trim the left off a little bit. Yeah, this tree is a little bit too big. Because the second tree has the tiger on. You don't want to. Yeah. So you want to cut the left a little bit, just to make it square. That the left side, the right side. I'm sorry, your right side is perfect. So just cut off the extra tree on your left, or on the painting's left side. Make it square. You should be perfect. Very good coloration. Very good strokes, calligraphy. Excellent tiger kind. Yeah. Beautiful. Yeah. Okay. Very childish look. Very cute. Thank you. Okay. Laura. Another Laura. Laura Mira. Yeah, I like the composition vertically. It's fun. You just bring the bottom a little further to close that. You can have this. Actually, it's possible to have a void corner like that. It should be fine. Yeah, just make the flowers on the left side of the painting a little stronger. Maybe a few branches in the close-up view or something. A few flowers maybe will help to bring the perspective, the linear perspective. Yeah, I like the color so far, but more pink. I like the kind of winter look. Still, it's still cold. But in festival, we try to exaggerate the color of the flowers to celebrate the spring. Yeah. Okay, I think we are going back to Sharon. Sharon is already done, right? Do you have another one? Oh, you have. Do I have another one? Okay. So this one is very nice with the opera color or some kind of vibrant pink. Very good. You can wet the painting, the paper, and then wash harmoniously. With wetting to just bring some cloudy shape in the background. Yeah. So the hard, the defined trees are enough. The soft part could be a little more in the back tree. On the crown of the back tree, it could be a little more, even little branches if needed. Also, the upper part of the front could be a little bit extended. Yeah, just to have some more middle ground thing. Middle part. Yeah, mid value or middle ground will help to complete the painting. You just need some more flowers in the middle part. Yeah. Okay. Now, how to say your name? Trisha. Trisha. Okay. Your color looks maybe the lighting look very dark red. Okay. I like the crossing of the branches. With the character female, very good, and the flowers in between the gaps could be stronger, so it hides the branches. Otherwise, you feel like incomplete, right? So you can add a little bit in the middle ground, just the mid valued colors. I think I have the same problem. I was trying to correct. I'll show you maybe in the end of the class. I would fix a little more the gap in the middle, but other than that, I see a very nice. I'm
thinking more dark, maybe coming.
The flowers between, just between the gap of the branches, you have left some space. Just fill in the space with some not like the detail of the flowers, but the cluster shape. Just like that. Right. Just in the upper part of the 3 or 4 branches, that would be fine.
There's my little tiger.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, everybody did
Thank you,
wonderful tigers.
Thank you.
Okay. Oh, oh, I like the splatter, the white you got. Surely, yeah. Okay, the yellow on the ground could be a little bit greener. You can add a little blue to that. Other than that, I like the upper. I mean the flower. I mean the tiger in the front, the tree in the back. I like this whole composition with the movement of trees. Beautiful. Yeah, that's nice. Very creative. Excellent.
It is. I just copied you, Henry.
No, you created your own. I like that. Different. I like the difference.
I tried to do a tiger also.
That's a nice tiger up here, up climbing tiger. Very good. Thank you for sharing both. Okay. D. Very.
I didn't do the tiger. This is not finished.
Oh, tiger is not finished. Yeah, no problem. You can finish that. You have a horizontal composition, so you may need a small tree in the middle of these two groups to a jumper, we call it. You have a large and a medium. You can have a jumper in the middle to connect to them.
Blossoms need to be bigger. Were they just too small?
The blossom in the foreground is okay, perfect. The after you did the tiger, you can have some more pink washes on the second tree in the distance, and then you can add a third tree where you have these white dots in the middle.
Right.
Yeah, you can have some light, very light, just like the little bush on your yeah. Just something in the middle. Well, I call that jumper. So you have a big middle and a jumper, a baby in between. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other hands?
I do.
You do. Okay. Yongle, can you find the gentleman? Let me see in the chat. Right? I can find the person who is requesting. Let me see.
PJ.
Oh, I see another lady. Maybe you can find that. I'll do another one for now because I couldn't find. Okay, this is Benita's painting. I like the color, the pink. Well mixed kind of bluish winter look feel. Very good negative shape. Great diagonal lines. Wonderful tiger. Nice sky, nice winter sky, a little hint of green. Very good. Excellent. Watercolor. Great. Yeah. You can have the top line maybe a little bit uneven. I know it's already, but just maybe have a peak or somewhere to stick out into the sky, to break the sky, the top frame even could be, just extend a little bit, one or two, to poke out a little bit, so to vary a little bit on the top. I do like all the holes, sky holes you saved. That's wonderful. Great. Excellent. Okay. Hello. Okay, very nice color on the background, and the trees could be a little whitish, so you may use it's a little bit too busy with the darks, so we should have proportionally you need like 70% or 80% light pink, just 10% or less medium and dark. Okay, actually the right side is better. So the accent should have less, and then try to create the rhythm. Only concentrate on certain spot. The main purpose is to fix the flowers onto the branch, not in the middle of the cloud, the flower shape. Okay, it's good. The branches looks good. The trunk with the tiger maybe a little expanded. That's what my problem was. Yeah. So you can maybe recover with the white a little bit somehow to fix that. Or you can actually on this is on regular paper or on.
Yep.
You can wash it out, with it dampen the paper and then blot it out if you want to change the shape. Yeah, very good start.
Okay, I did the tiger too. That I didn't finish last time.
Okay. Now next person. I don't see a name. Can you hold a little back?
This is Shirley. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, hold back a little bit so we can see more. It's a small painting, huh?
No,
Okay. I see the tiger now. Yeah. Can you hold?
Can you see the tiger?
Yeah, I see it. I see very good tiger. It looks like a back view, but that's good. I like that. Can you pull back to away from the camera a little bit? Can I see the whole picture? Okay, now I can see. Yeah, I like the emphasis on the tiger tree with tiger. So with only a partial tree in the front, that creates depth pretty well. The yellow clouds, a little bit yellow maybe. It could be a mountain. Remind me of it could be a little lighter next time, but it's okay. You can do any color as long as you feel it right. In Chinese, in Oriental painting, we can paint green sky, no problem. It feels more spring. I'm sorry, springish. That's okay. So even you can put more that color or little bluish green on the ground to echo that. So it will bring more spring feel to it. So the ground could be a little greener. That's my suggestion. Yeah, you can add a little more green to the ground to echo the sky above the tree. Okay, that's we have Laura. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, the foreground could be a little darker, both the branch and the flowers, but composition-wise, very good. Yeah, the cute tiger, very good, very nice composition. Yeah, just have a little more dark in the foreground, and then a few more flowers even under the current one, so that will complete the. You don't have to save the little white stripe under the trunk. Just you can. Yeah, I think I will add a few more flowers on the lower left corner. Yeah, right there under here. Maybe a little branch also. Maybe darker branch will foil out the light color. Just finish that part a little bit. It's looking like unfinished, not complete a little bit. And then I like the disperse on the upper left, and a little bit more in the above this main branches. There should be a little more flowers in front. Yeah, right. This area, middle ground, in front of the tiger, just to separate the two. Yeah, exactly. Separate the two distance, the different grounds. Okay, that would be good. Okay, next person. Okay. And we have Rosemary. Rosemary, good. Yeah. I see flowers in the front. Maybe is that a big flower, giant flower? Looks like a giant flower, but you can separate. You can divide. The small size under it is right. This middle block. It looks like a big flower. Yeah, try to make it look like a multiple flowers. Okay, just like you did.
I'm sorry to interrupt. It seems like on the YouTube screen, Rosemary's picture is cut off, only showing the upper right-hand corner.
Oh, okay.
Do you see that?
Oh, yeah. Let me resize it. Let me
to
resize.
feature the whole entire screen.
Okay, I will do this. Thank you. It's better, right? Okay. I can.
Showing only the upper.
Yeah, there's a delay. I changed it to.
There's a delay.
Yeah, there's a delay. I think. No. Yeah. Now it should be better from now on.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, it's better. I think. Yeah. I think I crop it like this a little bit. That's okay. If you make it squarish, you can crop the bottom a little bit.
Oh, now it's perfect. Now it's perfect now. Yes.
Yeah, you can.
Yes.
You can crop the bottom a little bit, like 1 inch or something. Just yeah, just like that. Okay. Anything else is good. The middle cluster, you could disperse that a little bit. Add something on the upper part. Don't work on that part. Just add a little more on top of that. Maybe it will disperse. Yeah, in that area, maybe just you have a big group. You want to have some middle sized group and small group to form a rhythm. You see what missing is on the right side of that branch or above that branch. Yeah, that area is missing, right? Otherwise it will be more balanced. So just also keep in mind the flowers in middle ground. If you have I do like the flowers how you deal with in the foreground. You concentrate on the what not to paint instead of what to paint, right? That's a good idea. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Henry.
Very excellent. Very good.
And we're about done, I think.
Yeah.
I don't see anyone else, and it's over time.
Okay, we'll see you next week. I think we'll do a more challenging one with orchid, tiger orchid, and the jungle tiger. Hidden tiger in the jungle, and tropical rainforest. Okay, see you next week.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Enjoy the holiday and the rest of the celebration, and we'll have another event from the library. I think already sent the link. You need to register.
Yes, this Saturday, 3 o'clock Eastern Time, which is noon time in California, I believe.
Oh yeah, the Moon Festival celebration. We'll have Victoria and writing the Chinese characters on red diamonds. It's an old customer, and he should explain that. And I will do zodiac tiger. Also, we will play some music together to celebrate the first full moon in the new year. See you on Saturday in the afternoon, right? Your afternoon time?
Yes,
yeah.
The 12th. Thank you so much. Looking forward to that exciting program. Thank you.
Thank you, Yong'e. Thank you. Bye-bye.